So, you ready to take that forklift certification and turn it into an amazing career? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to build the ultimate guide to landing a great forklift operator job. And I mean everything, from where to find the best openings, all the way to crushing your first 90 days.
All right, so you've got the certification, you've got the skills, and you are ready to get to work. But where do you even begin? Where are the good jobs hiding? And how in the world do you stand out from the crowd? Let's tackle that right now. Well, look no further, because your search for answers ends here. We're going to break down the entire hiring process into simple, easy-to-follow steps. Let's start with the most important one, actually finding those job openings.
So here's a quick look at where we're going to be hunting. We're talking about online job boards, of course, but also staffing agencies, going straight to company websites, using your personal network, and yeah, even the good old-fashioned walk-in application. Each one of these has its own secret sauce, and we're going to get into all of them.
Okay, let's dive right into our first section, where to find the jobs. You know, knowing where to look is literally half the battle, so let's make sure you're putting your energy in all the right places.
Your first move? It's got to be digital. Without a doubt, online job boards and company career pages are the quickest way to just see what's out there. It puts a ton of opportunities right at your fingertips, like right now.
Let's get strategic for a second. When you're on those big job boards, don't just search for forklift operator. No way! Use other terms like material handler or maybe reach truck operator to uncover jobs that other people might miss. And for company pages, find local warehouses you'd actually want to work at and check their websites every single week. It's a fantastic way to get a direct line to the employer and skip some of the competition. Okay, but what if you're looking for a more direct, more personal approach? Well, that's where staffing agencies and the classic walk-in application really shine. These methods can honestly get you in the door and working a lot faster than just applying online. Staffing agencies can be your secret weapon. They've got the inside connections, and they often have temp-to-perm roles, which is an amazing way to get your foot in the door. Pro tip, when you go to register, bring your certification with you. It makes a huge first impression. And if you're brave enough to apply in person, go in the morning. That's when you're most likely to catch a manager who actually has a few minutes to talk. So you know where to find the jobs. Now, how do we make sure they notice you? That brings us to section 2, building a pro resume. We're going to craft a resume that a hiring manager literally can't ignore. Look, making a great resume is not rocket science. It just needs to be clean, professional, and easy to read. You only need these 5 parts: your contact info, a short and punchy professional summary, a clear list of your skills, your work experience, and of course, your education and certification. Nail these 5 sections, and you're in great shape. Check this out. This is a perfect professional summary. See how in just a couple of sentences it tells them you're certified, you have experience, and you care about safety, accuracy, and teamwork? That's your elevator pitch on paper. It has to be strong.
Now this part is so important. When you're listing your work experience, don't just list your duties. Focus on your achievements. Use numbers whenever you can. Saying you moved 500+ pallets daily is way more powerful than just saying you moved pallets. And instead of saying you're a safe worker, prove it by mentioning that you performed daily pre-shift equipment inspections. See the difference? It shows them. It doesn't just tell them.
All right, your resume is looking sharp. Now for section 3, applying like a pro. A killer resume deserves an equally killer application strategy. Let's make sure all your hard work pays off.
The process is really simple. First, tweak your resume just a little bit for each specific job. Second, write a super short cover letter. Just a few sentences explaining why you're the perfect fit. Third, submit the application. And fourth, and you'd be surprised how many people skip this, follow up with a polite email after about a week. It shows you're actually interested. This slide says it all, doesn't it? The mistake is just blasting out the same generic resume over and over and then crickets. The pro move is taking a few extra minutes to tailor your application and sending that simple follow-up email. It's a small thing that makes a massive difference. So what gives you that extra edge? You know, the thing that bumps you to the top of the pile? It's usually a combination of these 4 things. Your network, a referral, is gold. Being flexible with your shifts, that opens up a ton more jobs. Applying widely, it's a numbers game. And don't ever forget your soft skills, things like being a good communicator and just being reliable. Employers absolutely love that stuff. You did it. You landed the interview. Awesome. Now let's get into section 4, acing the interview. This is your chance to really seal the deal.
Okay, preparation is everything here. So before you head out, run through this checklist.
Do a little research on the company, practice answering some common questions, and be ready to talk about safety a lot. And please, bring extra copies of your resume and certification and dress nicely. It just shows you respect their time and the opportunity.
Now listen up, you are almost guaranteed to get some version of this question. They want to know what you're like when things get crazy. This isn't just about your forklift skills, it's about your mindset. So, how should you answer? Now that is a perfect answer. It shows you don't panic, you rely on your training, on procedures, and on teamwork. And notice that last word, safely. That's the magic word. It tells the interviewer that no matter how busy it gets, safety is always your #1 priority. You got the job. Congratulations. But hey, the work isn't quite over. Let's talk about our final section, after you get hired. Those first 90 days are super important for making a great impression and setting yourself up for success down the road.
Your first few months will probably look something like this. You'll start with orientation to learn the rules of the road. Then comes more safety training, specific to that company. After that, you'll probably shadow a more experienced operator for a bit. And finally, you can expect some kind of performance review after 2 or 3 months just to see how you're fitting in.
And there you have it. We've gone from figuring out where to even start your search, to building that perfect resume, to acing the interview, and finally to what happens on day 1. You are officially equipped with the complete toolkit for success. You know, every step we've covered has prepared you for this moment. Those jobs are out there, and companies are searching for skilled, professional operators just like you. The only question left is, are you ready to go get it?